Hey everybody, it's Brian with Nations Lending. Thanks again for tuning in to First Time Home Buying with Brian. I got a request last week to talk about closing costs and seller concessions. So these are typically going to be fees outside of a down payment that are needed to close on your home. So the closing costs are made up of three things. The first thing is funding your escrow. This is going to be the biggest chunk of this. This is your property taxes and your homeowner's insurance. At closing, we collect a portion up front to cover your insurance, as well as putting a little buffer in your escrow account. So that way, when the tax bill becomes due, you're not paying out separate checks. So your escrow account will cover that for you. The other portion of that is going to be your buyer paid title fees. These are some endorsements and some title insurance fees that will typically be paid to change the name and the ownership on the title of the property itself. So rather than having the seller's name on, now your name is on there as the owner of record. And finally, it's the bank fees. Those are typically the fees that are charged by the bank to do the processing and underwriting. It basically pays all the hands that touch your loan all the way through the process. Now, a lot of people are like, how do I do a down payment plus this? Well, that brings in the seller concession portion. Depending on what type of loan you do, it'll change the different amounts. You can go anywhere from 3% seller concessions all the way up to 6% concessions. And what these are is money that the seller gives back to you in the form of credit to help cover some of those closing costs. So typically in this area, let's just say a home is about $200,000. With that $200,000 is you'd be typically looking at somewhere between $45,000 to $6,000 in closing costs and escrow and everything. Now, when you ask for those concessions through negotiations with the awesome real estate agents that you guys are working with, and myself, we can set up your contract in a way to limit your cash out of pocket. So that being said, if you are worried about closing costs and you want me to run some specific numbers on a specific property for you, give me a call, shoot me an email, send me a text, write a message on Facebook. I make myself available to you, and I can kind of explain to you what you'd be looking at as far as closing costs on a specific home. As always, please like, share, and comment on this. Make sure you tag any first-time home buyers that you think would be benefit from this information. And if you have any questions at all, give me a call. I look forward to helping you guys get into a new home this year. So I'll see you guys next week. Have a great one.